The wait is over and we are live. What is happening, everybody? Welcome to this week's YouTube and Facebook Live. Craig Goldberg here, inHarmony Interactive, and what a whirlwind of activity it has been. We're going to touch a little bit about inventory tonight, although the wait is over. The cushions have arrived, the orders have shipped, and for each and every one of you that is watching right now, your order has been fulfilled. Whew. I can't even tell you. We've been waiting so long for this day, this live, this announcement, and I'm already excited to move on. So there's nothing to talk about from an inventory perspective. There's nothing remarkable except that we are in inventory. Everything that's on our website, everything that you're looking to purchase from us right now is in stock. The inHarmony meditation cushions, 380 cushions showed up 24 hours earlier at our warehouse. A huge shout out to ShipLab for all that you do, and a huge thank you for receiving our container early. It is fantastic, Rochelle. It is fantastic. It is very fantastic. So a huge shout out to our team for receiving that inventory early. And then over the course of the next 3 days, actually receiving it back into inventory without any discrepancies, which is always awesome. And then literally turning around about 80 or 90 shipments over the next 3 days. So it arrived on Wednesday and Thursday. The labels were printed Friday. They began shipping, and everything that didn't go out Friday went out Saturday. So for each and every one of you that has been patiently waiting for your inHarmony meditation cushion, I am proud and excited to tell you that it's already on its way. You should have received a notification based on how you are registered through our website, whether it's SMS or email. Those notifications have already gone out. So if you're watching going, Craig, I don't know what you're talking about. I made a purchase and I didn't get it. Do me a favor and please send us an email. The best place to send that email is actually help@IamInHarmony.com. Help@IamInHarmony.com. The very spectacular Priscilla is there answering emails all day, every day, and she will get back to you with information on your ordering, tracking, FedEx, delivery issues, whatever it might be. About 90 meditation cushions went out, as I said, and I don't think we had any delivery issues. So that's really exciting. In fact, even shipping our practitioners and our sound lounges over the last few months, really not a lot of issues to a couple dented boxes, yes, but largely no major issues from a shipping perspective. So we're going to keep working with FedEx and keep continuing on the path that we're working on right now, because it's actually been really good on that side of the business. So if you have any questions, if you have any concerns, if you're not sure how to do something, pick up the phone and give me a shout. I want to hear from you. I am our customer service, by the way. I am the one who answers that phone. Priscilla, of course, does a great job answering that phone as well. However, when it comes to technical support, you're looking at them. So give me a shout, call me during the day, call me at night, call me on the weekends. Whenever you're using our tech, I want to make sure that you're feeling super supported, and I want to make sure that I get back to you. I did have an issue actually with this phone number ringing through to my phone. It kept labeling those incoming calls as spam, and I wasn't answering them. I just turned that feature off. So this should be flowing a little bit smoother and a little bit better. The voicemails were coming through, and I was, of course, returning them. So anyhow, working through a couple things on that front as well. Today, I want to share with you a little bit of our FAQ, a couple things questions that I answer on a regular basis, pieces of information that I want to make sure I'm relaying to you. And again, I'm very happy to not be talking about inventory. That has predominantly been the focus of these lives as we've been pressing through, and rightfully so, because we need to be getting you the updates as they're ready. And the best way for me to communicate with everybody was to do a live and then forward it out to everybody, or at least have it someplace where it was sitting, and you can come back and watch the replay, or you can watch what's going on. So a few things that I want to talk about today. I want to talk about the Tactile Transducer. I want to talk about what this actually is and how it operates. This is the technology that actually drives our technology. So I want to talk about that. I want to talk about the power of the weighted eye mask, because this goes, a lot of people don't talk about this and don't understand the power of this. And I want to make sure that we're sharing a little bit about this as well. Hello, Jules. It's great to see you. I just mentioned you in our chat to the very spectacular Kate Kunkel about our friends in Grand Junction. So taking some time to relay that message to you, to check our chat and get together with Kate. She's probably already reached out to you. And the next thing that I want to talk about is the Braintap Headset. And I also want to talk about our app. So a few things that I want to cover in today's meeting. I'm actually going to show you the app on an Android device. For those of you that know me, you know that I am Apple all the way, but really our app performs really, really well on Android. And it's something that I get really excited about. I have several Android devices here as well. Hello, Tiffany. Peace and blessings to you as well. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. And I'm really excited about that too. So I want to kind of work through everything. The Braintap and the app I'm going to save for last. I want to talk about these things. The Tactile Transducer, and this actually still has our old company name moniker on it because it's that. I've been using this as a display unit for that long, but this is the actual piece of technology. In our meditation cushion, this sits right underneath the, let's see if I can do that right. This sits right underneath the seat. And in here is a magnet. It's called the Tactile Transducer. And I say in my overview that it's a fancy word for half of a speaker. That's not technically accurate. However, it is very easy to understand that what we're used to seeing when we look at a speaker that's in the back of a car or in a stereo system, when you take off the front film or the front cover, we typically see a tactile transducer with a cone coming off it. And that cone is what moves in and out. And this thing bounces back and forth when you're looking at like a 15-inch sub or an 18-inch sub. In the back of that is a driver, a tactile transducer, and it's often much smaller than this. This is actually quite large, as you can see. It's about 4 inches in diameter, and there is quite a sizable magnet that's in there that's oscillating up and down. A lot of people think our technology is mechanical vibration, and that's not the case. It's powered by sound. So speaker wires, this is a red terminal and a black terminal, and speaker wires actually go in here, and the amplifier actually translates the signal into something that this can play. So a 20 hertz frequency being played through this is 20 oscillations per second. So 20 times up and down per second. As you can imagine, that's very fast oscillation. However, it feels fantastic to the body. And in fact, a 10 or 20 hertz frequency, which is 10 oscillations per second, okay, that's actually quite fast, but the body feels a couple of those, and it winds up being this very slow and soft vibration, very powerful and very smooth. 10, 20, 30, 40 hertz. 40 hertz is like my sweet spot. Happens to be where this is optimized between, excuse me, my nose always gets itchy when I go live. And that's actually where the harmonic resonance of this particular transducer is about 33 hertz. So right in that sweet spot for vibroacoustic therapy on the low end. So in our meditation cushion, you have one transducer and two speakers. And then, of course, you can plug in headphones. In our practitioner, you have two tactile transducers. And in our sound lounge, we have 4 tactile transducers. And if you go to our homepage, you can see a beautiful comparison of our 3 products: the cushion, the meditation cushion, and the cushion, the practitioner, and the meditation cushion. And you'll see really a nice display. But the tactile transducer is really the heart and soul, if you will, of our vibrational therapy. And you're translating this frequency into something that you can feel. So you're basically upgrading the listening experience into upgrading the auditory listening experience into physical. Let's say that again. Upgrading the auditory experience into physical and actually allowing your body to feel the music. And when you play our music meditations, say through our app, which we'll talk about in a little while, you're left with something that is very soothing, very calming, very relaxing, calms and resets the nervous system, calms the major muscle groups in the body. It's antispasmodic, really phenomenal in reconnecting the mind, body, or the mind, the heart, and the gut, and really bringing your 3 brains together, which is probably a really nice interlude into the Braintap, but we're not going to go there yet because I want to talk about this weighted eye mask. So this weighted eye mask that you have here, this is, I think it's just filled with flaxseed, organic flaxseed, and it's just cotton. You can buy them on Amazon for, oh gosh, a few bucks, and you can even get them with rice or organic materials. You can get them scented. I prefer unscented personally, but this is really powerful. It puts weight on your eyelids. So the weighted eye mask puts weight on your eyelids, and when you push down on it, that weight on your eyelids actually relieves stress on your vagus nerve, which actually calms and relaxes your nervous system as well. So when you're laying on the sound lounge or you're laying on the practitioner, Obviously, it doesn't work so good when you're on the meditation cushion, but when you're laying on the sound lounge, the preferred method is a weighted eye mask over the eyes if you're using just the Sennheiser headphones. And of course, if you decide to upgrade to the Braintap, you're not going to be using weighted eye mask. However, if you had a nice long day, one of the reasons why putting cucumbers over your eyes, ladies, at the end of the day, yes, it helps with the bags under your eyes. It helps with the skin, and it certainly also puts weight on your eyelids, which of course puts weight on that vagus nerve and helps to calm and reset your nervous system. So a lot of power goes in. A lot of people like to use the Mindfold. I love the Mindfold. The Mindfold, it goes over your eyes. It's very soft. It completely blacks out the eyes with a soft foam padding that goes around the eyes. You can open and blink your eyes, which a lot of people like. The reason I like the weighted eye mask is for the reasons that I just shared, and that's why it's preferred for me. However, we don't include it with the Sound Lounge because there's lots of different ways that you can do it. A lot of people that are bringing it into their home actually prefer scented. The lavender scent is beautiful. Chamomile is wonderful. Jasmine, I happen to think, is spectacular for a variety of different reasons as well. But you can find something that works for you and find something that you like. So the weighted eye mask, we get questions about that quite a bit. The next thing I want to talk about is our app, and I want to show you this app on Android. We just made some upgrades to the app. For those of you that have been following for a while, I'm not quite sure why 852 is hanging up there. We're going to fix that in the next release, which is coming out in the next week or so. We're going to give you the ability to sort the home screen by duration, which is how it is now, or by recent releases, because Anthony and inHarmony Media are releasing tracks more and more. We got another one coming out tomorrow, which we're very excited about, from a new artist you haven't yet heard from. So we constantly have new content coming out in our app at this point. And Anthony Weiss, also known as Home, he's a very talented and incredible sound healer. He made our first 10 solfeggio frequency tracks that you found in the app. They are in 11, 22, 33, and 66-minute versions. And his incredible talents go well beyond music production, both digital and acoustic instruments, but he also masters music. So he has taken underneath his wing the ability to work with many different artists, especially folks that do guided meditations. And Anthony is starting to put music behind those guided meditations. So it's one of the biggest struggles that we have with our app, is that our app is tied to our technology. And anything that goes into our app must therefore drive our technology. You must be able to feel it. So it can't just be a meditation. It has to be a meditation with music meditations underneath it, right? A microtonal music beat that's going to drive the transducer that's in the cushion, the practitioner, or the sound lounge. It's a very unique app, and it's very unique music that you're going to find in there. We also, not just in our app, but we're also now starting to release music on Spotify and Pandora and iTunes and a variety of other places as well. All of that music is going to be focused on the microtonal vibrations of our technology, but you don't have to listen to it through our tech. You can listen to it at home. You can listen to it through a home stereo system as well. So you'll see these featured tracks across the top, and you can literally just swipe through. And we've got, I think that's Ben Holt's Breathwork. And then we got Cassiopeia by the very spectacular Fibonacci. And then we've got Ripples, or the Lovers. And we're going to get Ripples up there too. So we got a lot of great music. Like I said, new music coming out tomorrow. I highly recommend Breath of Fire. No, Breath of the Wind. Breath of the Wind. Breath of Fire is great too. All right. So let's talk about the Braintap headset and all of its magic and all of its glory. So I was just this past weekend over at the Biohacking Congress here in Las Vegas. It was over at the Excalibur. About 1,000 people got together to drop in. Various biohacking companies were there, including Braintap, which I'll talk about in a moment. But we had Energy Bits, which you're going to see a collaboration of phenomenal spirulina and chlorella with a very unique process that I'm pretty excited to partner with and share more about what we're doing. I truly believe in their product. I take it on a regular basis. So this is something that's really, really special. And I got to run into Catherine and talk to her anyhow. More about that at a later date. There were Amp Coil was there. Freddie with Amp Coil, absolutely phenomenal company. Met Buzz. Buzz has a very interesting technology that has to do with the body's biorhythm. So we're going to share some information about that coming up in a little while. And the DNA company was there. Y'all know how much I am just in love with epigenetics and nutrigenomics, and they have some really powerful diagnostics coming from there as well. So lots of phenomenal people this weekend at the Biohacking Congress, and there were many more. Biohacking Magazine, I'm in conversations with them to get on their podcast and start contributing some of our blog articles to that magazine as well. So there's some big things that are coming up in the future, and we're obviously going to announce all of that right here on our live. So the Braintap headset harmonizes with all of the inHarmony products. So the meditation cushion, the practitioner, or the sound lounge. And this is called a Cocoon Experience. So adding the Braintap headset to our technology creates the Cocoon Experience. And it's really straightforward. So you've got blue and red LEDs over the ears. So when you turn on the headset, I'm not going to toggle it right now, but obviously when you turn it on, you get the red and blue LEDs over the ears. This is actually sending photon energy directly into your bloodstream. There's a variety of different reasons why they did that. There are 7 or 8 different modalities that are built into this Braintap headset. It is rechargeable. When you're using it with our technology, you want to hardwire it. There's a hardwire auxiliary cable. The USB-C port is for charging it. Then you got a variety of different buttons back here. Anyhow, there's an overview video that you'll find when you make your purchase. But I want to talk about why there's so much value and what to expect when you flip this visor down. You're going to keep your eyes closed the entire time. And as you choose a different track, if you go into the top right, our filter, and then you sort, I'm not sure if that's going to come up, but you can see the Cocoon, the different categories, Cocoon Alpha, Cocoon Theta, and so on and so forth. We have alpha training, theta, delta, and gamma training available. And it's our 10 solfeggio frequencies in 11, 22, and 33 minutes. If you don't see a particular duration, just know that it's coming. Patrick is working on it. But when you tap play any of these Cocoon Wellness tracks and you hit play, it's immediately going to, if it's connected, it's immediately going to activate. Maybe it isn't connected. So we're going into Bluetooth and turning Bluetooth on and turning Bluetooth back off. You know, I had this whole thing set up before I push play, which is the remarkable part. We're going to go in here. We're going to connect to the Braintap headset. And then you're going to see. Now, I'm connecting via Bluetooth because it's a display. But when you're using this through the meditation cushion, the practitioner, or the sound lounge, you're going to want to do it hardwired. And as that connects, maybe we will get to turn it off and turn it back on. So we'll turn the headset back on, and it should automatically connect because it has a previous connection. And we're only going to let this roll. There we go. So you can see the lights just came on, and then you've got this light button here, 2, 3, 4. And now what you're going to see is these flickering lights. And these lights are flickering at specific pulsation ratios that stimulates different neural activity. So you sit here with your eyes closed, and through your eyelids, your brain is actually being entertained. Think of this as physical fitness for your brain. And I try and do at least one session a day. And it's something that's really, really powerful. In fact, I'm excited to have a meditation cushion here in my house again. I didn't for the longest time. Obviously, we sent everything that we possibly could out to our customer base. And then when I did receive prototypes and that sort of thing, I immediately started tinkering with them, and I no longer had one. So I'm very excited to have one here to use as demos from the new shipment that just came in. So lots of really exciting things that are happening. This Braintap headset, the amount of science and research that goes into it, the team, Dr. Patrick Porter, Michael, Nicholas, Sean, Aaron, Andrew, everybody that I was just here with, they're all absolutely phenomenal. And the merger of these two technologies is truly a 1 + 1 = 3. It really is. Their technology is amazing by itself. Our technology, obviously, I'm pretty fond of. I think it's pretty incredible as well. When you bring these two technologies together and you're listening to our music through their headset while getting the flickering lights and the brainwave entrainment along with the photobiomodulation on your ears, it really is a very immersive experience. Hence, we call it the Cocoon Experience. So thank you for each and every one of us. Thank you for each and every one of us. Why not? Thank you. Thank you for each and every one of you for joining us. Thank you for the likes, the love, the stars, the shares, just having your eyeballs on our site right now. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you. I hope you have a spectacular day, and very, very, very happy. Here we go. Tiffany, how are you? I'm sorry that you, I don't have a discount coupon. I'm sorry. We do have more cushions. We have about 300 that are in stock right now. So, but reach out to me personally and we'll see what we can do. And we'll get this going. I know that you canceled your last order. I remember actually canceling that order. It all comes through this desk, and I'm grateful to have you back. So thank you. But reach out to me personally. We'll see what we can do for you. But I don't have one that I can share off into the public. That's for sure. Kim, thank you so much. I'm excited to hear from you. I'm excited to reconnect with you. I know you were waiting for these cushions to come back into stock as well. So it's a very exciting time. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you. And I will see you next Tuesday, if not before. And I will be going live on Instagram over the next couple of days as well. So if you haven't yet followed us over there, give us a follow and hit that little bell so you know when we go live. I hope you have a spectacular day. Bye for now.